Hey there, everybody. Good to see you here. Hey, Gwen, nice to see you. Let me switch this a little bit. This was the free mouse pad I got, or a gaming pad for mouse and whatnot for the Mountain Dew codes I've been collecting. The one that also got me the monitor that I'm going to set up out in the garage whenever I get the chance there. Hi, Gwen, and hey, Connor, at the laundromat waiting for the dryer to be done. Yeah. Hope it's not too boring today. All right, so got the keyboard here. Looks like all the streams are up and running where they're supposed to be. And I should be able to get all the chats here. All right. Still have not shipped out Kurt's braid. It's going to go out tomorrow. For those that didn't see it, let me move the keyboard over. I want to try and move the keyboard over here without having everything fall to the floor. All right, that's better. So anyway, for those that have not seen it before, this is Kurt's braid. I just want to trim the end just a little bit better and it'll go out, but I am going out today to, unfortunately, I have to pick something up at Harbor Freight. I'll get into that a bit later, but as long as I'm going to do that, I'll be picking up a priority mail box for Kurt's address, and then it'll go out in the mail Monday. All right. Let's see. Gwen says, Vice Baby, hello. And Connor says back to Gwen, howdy. And Gwen says, Kurt's braid came out so fantastic. Thank you very much. And Connor says, ooh, nice braid. All right. And I'm hoping maybe within less than a week to get Hayden's braid started. It's been a rather weird week for me. We were at this page. All right, so it's just gold and black. Right, let me get the parts out here, and then I'll start going into what a crap show my week was. 8 of these. Oh, got a wrench here. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And 16 of these. It's easy to tell because I'm almost done, and this is the only real stack I have left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16. And then we also have 4 of the 2x2s. All right, so 1, and this is where the wrench comes in. 2, 3, and 4. All right. Actually, for this one, I think I will pull out all of the ones I see of the ones we need. There's going to be 112 of these, so there should be at least 12 of these, or 10 of these. 11. 6, 7, 8, 9, 'That's about 10. I think I need a couple more. Okay, that's probably all of them. Yep, there's a couple of loose ones from stacks that ended. Oh, those are something different. Do I have any of those? No, I'm not using any of those next level. All right. Ooh, I am far behind. I apologize. Gwen says, I just mailed a priority package to my little brother yesterday. The post office guy said it should get there Monday. Yep, they're actually pretty good about priority mail. Melee Cormier says, hey, nice to see you on, Melee. Gwen says, hey to Melee. And Connor says, what's up, Melee? Habib FN says, Nick Morrows. Okay. Nicholas Spencer Morrows. Penta, love your content. Thank you for that, Penta. And Miros. All right, give me a second here. Habib FN, I think you're going to need to cut back on spam in the chat. If you don't, we're going to have to like give you a little timeout. All right. Mary says, hey, Gwen. And having Habib FN, I see Nick Morrow's in the corner. I have no idea what you're talking about. All right. And it says, what's up, Connor? And Gwen says, please hit the like button, folks. All right. And 16 of the lobe corners. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7, 8, 9, 10. Oops, there are some more of those. Let's get those out. Just 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, more of those. Maybe one more of the lobe corners. There we go. 16. And 16 of these high sharp corners that are 2 by 2. Like that. All right. All right. Gwen says, for some, I've been tempted to block someone. I almost DM'd you because I was wondering if you're doing all right, Torrin. Thank you, Melee. Yeah, it's been a rough week, but not a super horrible week. Then it says, who is Nick Morrows? And well, the cool kid, this is Nick Morrow's stream. Yeah, I have no idea who he is. And Gwen, if they keep going on about that, go ahead and like mute him for half an hour or so, something like that, maybe 15 minutes. Let's see. Gwen says, I think Torrin's been busy for the last few days. And well, the cool kid, Nick Morris, is this used? Nope. And another couple of those, and I'm just going to not read them. Mary Clement says another one. And Gwen says, as far as I know, no one knows who that is. Well, cool kid. Yeah, not reading that one. Marmar says no one here is Nick Morrows. And Vice Baby, ban allowed. Mute them for about like 15 minutes to half an hour. If they come back again, then go ahead and ban them. So, all right. Yeah, I don't know what it's about, and it has nothing to do with my stream. I don't recognize the name, and I don't want to annoy my regular people with that. So, all right, so 16 of them. I have the one there, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16. All right, 12 of the 1x2 single top one. At least I see where that one went. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There we go. All right. And Melee says, how are we doing today, Chat and Torn? Today's actually not too bad for me. Melee says, hey, Marmar. And Gwen says, got it taken care of. Thank you very much for that, Gwen. And Vice Baby says, chilling at the laundromat while waiting for the jar to finish. Not so bad. Not bad so far. How are you? And Marmar says, hey, Melee. And Panta says, how long have you been streaming for? The account's actually like 2008, but I only started seriously streaming about maybe close to 2 years ago. It's like about March of 2023 is when I really started seriously doing that. And Gwen says, hello, Marmar. And Vice Baby says, hello, Marmar. And Marmar says, hi, Gwen. Melee says, I'm trying to find the will to be productive. Well, I extend my good thoughts to you for that. And looks like we got another one. Melee says, hey, Penta. And Gwen says, Penta, he just started a few minutes ago. Oh, streaming today. Yeah, I started streaming about like 12:05 Eastern time. Marmar says, hey, Vice Baby. Penta says, oh, nice. Marmar says, oops. No worries on that. I try and correct for typos. And Marmar says, you know what I meant. Yep. Gwen says, thanks, Vice Baby. And Vice Baby says, Marmar, hot. Yep. And Marmar says, I haven't been awake very long and I'm lacking coffee. I can understand that. I have a soda, but it's over on the table. Need to go grab that in a minute. All right. So for these long, round, tall things that are relatively small, a little hard to show up those ones. At least it's getting much easier to find them now that I have almost everything out of the bag. 2, 3, and need just one more of them. Oh, there we go. 4. All right, and I need 32 of the narrow textured and 16 of the small corner textured. All right, and I believe, all right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 of those, and 3 of the corner textured ones. Got 8 and 3. 9 and 3. 10. 10 and 4. 11 and 4. I just realized something. Got much more of the straight ones than the corner ones. So we'll do the corner ones first 5. 6. Get some of these out of here, make it a little easier to pull them out. All right, I'll set these over here for a second. All right, so I got 6 of those. And 7, 8. 9. 10. Yeah, okay, right one. I don't think I'll need that one, but if I do, I'll look for it. 11. 12. 13. 14. 15. And 16. And I need 32 of these. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 29, and 30. All right, so it might be too short. However, I do know I have more of these style in another bag. So it shouldn't be too much of a problem if I can find them. I'm pretty sure one of them dropped on the floor, so let's see if I can get them out of the other bags. All right. Give me just a second, folks. Now the ones I've got are gray, so let me find that one dropped on the floor. And I'll do a search for the other one after this stream is done. Yeah, I see the one. And it's the right one, so might be one over here. Let's see. Right. Have any loose ones pop out from along the line? No. All right. So, yeah, and these go back in since I don't need them for this layer. All right. Let me catch up real quick again, and then we'll get started on assembling these last roofs. All right, let's see. Oh, hey, I missed Equality's member chat. Let me bring that back up. All right, let's see. Ooh, I am very far behind. Okay, all right, let's see. I think this is the last one I had. Oops, Marmar, haven't been awake. And Melee says, go get the coffee. And Marmar says, I'm going. And Gwen says, coffee didn't help with blurry eyes when you first wake up. And Penta says, goodbye, I have to go now. Did anyone figure out who that guy is? Nope. Equality says, hi, Torin. Hi, chat. Hey, Equality. Nice to see you on. Welcome, welcome. And Marmar, or Vice Baby says, Marmar, make sure it's good coffee. And Vice Baby, Penta, nope, mystery man, but hope you have a good one. I'm assuming that it's something along the lines of like they're trying to be like Howard Stern and have his fans call other shows and do catchphrases and the like. Probably isn't even Nick Moroz. It's probably just somebody having fun. Anyway, Melee says black coffee is the best. And Gwen says, Penta, no clue who that is. And Vice Baby says, Equality, what's up? And Vice Baby says, yes, Melee. And Melee says, Penta, have a nice day. And Gwen says, Equality, hello. Penta says, you too. And Marmar says, I'm pressed for time, so it's instant, but it's Nescafe Gold, and I very much enjoy it. And Melee says, hey, yo, Equality. And Melee says, Espresso, Marmar. Equality has been a member for 16 months. Thank you. Woohoo. If my membership was a baby, he'd be walking. Yes, yes. And Marmar says, hello, Melee. Sorry, Melee. Marmar says, Melee, yes, but I make it like I would any other instant coffee. Equality says, so good to see you guys. Melee Cormier, two teaspoon Marmar. And Gwen says, I always made bad instant coffee, but my brewing skills are almost legendary. JL Reese, 313. Hi, everyone. I hope you're all having a good weekend. So far, the weekend isn't doing too bad. Marmar says yes. And Gwen says to JL Reese, hello. Marmar, it's in a big mug, and I don't drink it black. Vice Baby says to JL Reese, hi, hi. And Melee says, that's what I'm drinking right now, but mine is black. And Melee says, hey, JL Reese. Marmar says, lol, I cannot commit the time it takes to get used to black coffee. And Melee says, for the last 5 months, YouTube has been weird. Only gifted memberships I can receive are on Moxie Dame. That's weird. I actually can't receive any gifted memberships because my account's too old. About 2018 or so, they converted things around, and I think that was to set up gifted memberships. And anybody who had an account prior to that is what's called a legacy account, and we can't get them from anybody. So we got to do our own. And Vice Baby says, Marmar, I started off drinking black coffee, so I stick with it. Gwen says, my coffee is black and sweet with a little butter added. And Melee says, I started with 2 sugar, 1 milk. And Marmar says, I heard it takes 3 months to get used to it. Ain't nobody got time for that. Okay. All right, so let's get started here. All right, so we start with, looks like 2 of these. Okay, so, all right. So we actually start out with these 2 here, and then 2 of these. So we'll wind up like that. And, all right. Anyway, as I'm getting these out, give you a quick rundown of how my week has been going. I forget if it was Monday or Tuesday, I decided I was going to go ahead and go for it and get the relicensing level for the table 3D printer files. and went ahead and did that. And while I was at it, I also got the license to resell the organizing drawer setup. So I am going to try and in the next week or two get at least a rudimentary site set up so that I can merchant those or sell them. I still have to like do a little number crunching to figure out what I can sell them for to where they're reasonably priced, but also I can actually make not lose money on them. Because if you're not careful and you don't pay attention to everything, like your electricity costs for the printer, you can wind up losing money on every sale, and that's just a recipe for disaster. So, but I've had at least enough people express an interest that they would like them, including MLS Law, that I figured I would go ahead and get that as well. So then my week started getting really weird. Not weird, just kind of frustrating. So Wednesday night, I was out constabling. It was about almost 8 o'clock at night, and then my car wouldn't start. So I got stuck out there for about 3-4 hours. This kind of went through my week off pretty bad. So then 2 of these centered up with these corner ones. So let's go ahead and get the corner ones in place to kind of lock this in. Whoops. That wasn't much help. So anyway, all right, I think I'm gonna have to like manually, or I mean, by themselves, set this and put them back. Long story short, there is after much attempts at diagnosis, it turned out that my starter has gone bad, which was very frustrating. But I thought it was the battery, so we spent a bunch of time wasting on that. Mrs. Torn had already gone to work because she was going into work early. So unfortunately, she was not able to come and help me, which I wound up working out not too horribly because at least she didn't have to miss work over this. But our roommate, who does have some mobility issues and whatnot, was able to come out and help me troubleshoot. And unfortunately, because I let my AAA lapse for a little bit, I did not have AAA, so my roommate was able to use hers to at least get my car towed to the shop. But the tow truck driver was the guy who figured out that it was the starter that was causing the problem. I thought I'd like shorted out a fuse or something when I was trying to give the car a jump start because I accidentally, for a quick second, bumped the contacts as I was trying to. So 3 of those as I was trying to get the jump start in place. So that was unfortunately like about $350 repair, which, as my understanding for the not that. Is it that? So we have 2 of those, and that's why I'm missing one of those. All right. And there. Take this one out. So the car didn't get fixed until let me get this one here. These just keep wanting to fly all over the place and not hold. Okay, so 2 of the regular ones on top, 3 of the regular ones on the bottom. Then we have these corner pieces on top and the lobed one on the bottom. this one here. So that was a fairly hefty expense I wasn't expecting. So this week is going to be kind of tough. And then I know I showed you that I was starting to work on that cat exercise wheel. So I was getting to the part where I wanted to do the red parts, and apparently I either had a substandard filament or something else was going wrong. But I wound up having a bunch of spaghetti made for some of the pieces, and when I went ahead and did what they call baking or dehydrating the filament in a dehydrator, and tried running again, I started getting like big globs of melted filament on the extruder. And the last time when I was trying to, it pulled the print head off the arms, and so I was trying to get that taken care of. And what wound up happening there is the temperature sensor that keeps the printer from like overheating and melting things down apparently had like a broken connection or something like that. And I have been stuck, unable to take it apart because I can't heat it up enough to make the filament soft so that I can disassemble things. So I have had to order a bunch of, at least fortunately not too expensive, replacement parts that most of them just arrived like at the start of the stream, which is why I was a little bit later, even taking into account the fact I had taking into account the fact that I had overslept. So that was kind of frustrating. But I mean, it's good that the parts have arrived. I also still have to leave after the stream and go to Harbor Freight and pick up a heat gun. That's when I'm going to go ahead and pick up the priority mail box for Kurt's braid to be shipped out. So that'll hopefully take care of that. And then I can spend the rest of the evening trying to get the printer set back up so I can finish up the cat exercise wheel. And then I can hopefully start selling some of the organizers. The files for the table set that I got the licensing for won't be released until the 16th of this month, which, I mean, it was a Kickstarter, but you can tell that they've got most of the files there from the stuff they've printed out. So I'm not expecting there to be any issues with that. I'm not sure how soon I'm going to start printing something for that. But the other thing is that starting last weekend, I made a get my brain to function here. All right, so there we go. Let me pause and catch up with chat, which I know I am way far behind on. All right. Well, not as much without the spammers. All right. Let me see. And okay, Melee says I'm 2013. Yep. So unfortunately, we won't be able to gift you a membership. I apologize for that, but that's YouTube's fault. And Gwen says, Marmar, I just stopped with adding milk and haven't gone back to it. And Gwen said, I stopped adding milk a lot of years ago, though. And Gwen says, it's horrible to get stranded when your car refuses to go. It's even weirder when you're at a apartment complex where you've been delivering essentially pre-eviction notices and you're stuck there. Fortunately, nobody seemed to have an issue with me there, but I was standing around in uniform trying to get the car going. And Melee says, sometimes I feel like drinking it sweet. I had hazelnuts from Starbucks. And Gwen says, that reminds me, Melee Cormier, I've got to add artificial sweetener to my grocery list. Mrs. Torin loves monk fruit as an artificial sweetener. It works really well for her baking, and it doesn't give a horrible aftertaste for the stuff she bakes with it. So figured I'd mention that. And Melee says car problems are the worst. And Melee winks at Gwen. And Marmar says, hey guys, I got to run. Nice chatting with you. I hope you have a very good day, Marmar. And Melee says, have a beautiful day, Marmar. And Equality says, Marmar, have a wonderful day. And Gwen says, Marmar, thanks for stopping by. Have a great day. And Marmar says, thanks all. And Betsy Weingartner, Torn Free, hello, how are you? I hope everyone is having a good day. I've been relating my very bizarre week. All right, so I need to make 4 more of these. All right, so 2 of those, 2 of those, 4 of these. I figure I will also, anyway, so the noise of the 3D printer makes our Mrs. Torn and I's roommate fairly nauseous when she hears it. And of course, it's moderately loud since it's in the basement, but it's too cold to print out in the garage right now. So what I did is I made a 2-inch thick open cell / acoustic foam basically box to sit over it. I was actually thinking at one point that that might have been what was causing a problem with the filament, but when I was using the black filament I've been printing with and not having a problem, I still didn't have a problem with it. So I'm pretty sure it's the filament and not the conditions. I was also like checking to make sure the motherboard and the printer was not overheating. And while it was a little hotter than normal, it's well within the range of what would be acceptable for computers. So I don't think that was the issue. And unfortunately, it's kind of janky and it's been making doing the repairs a little more difficult. But it's big and bulky, and I have issues with that. So yeah, the next 2 weeks until my next payday is going to be kind of tight, and unfortunately, I've had to spend more than I would like to, but I think I'll be okay. We do have reserves, but I do need to get income coming for the business, or I'm going to have trouble keeping it afloat. So that's one of the reasons why I figured I would at least get the licensing, which was not a very large incremental cost for those things, and hopefully get into business with that, and that'll hopefully get me going. Speaking of which, next Wednesday is when I see the get my brain to work here. This one's what I'm looking for. Is when I get to see the psychiatrist for managing my ADHD, which will hopefully start allowing me to do more of the things that I want and need to do to live my life the way I want to live it. And I can actually like do the projects that I want to do, and make things and make content without as much issue. Biggest thing I'm working on is overcoming my executive dysfunction. The getting started on the Adderall has really helped for my focus. The problem is the focus gets latched onto any random thing, and I have a real hard time actually changing to do something else, which I said does make things difficult, but I had problems with that before. So one half of the problem has made some things worse and other things better. So I'm hoping to get the other half dealt with pretty soon. As far as the health stuff goes, this Tuesday I get to see the neurologist again to see if we can't figure out what's been going on with my strength issues. The MRI has been done, so I get to see the doctor over that. But I am not sure if there's anything that is actually, from what little I read of the report, well, I read the whole thing, but again, I am not a neurologist, so there may be a bunch of stuff there I am not aware of, which is why I'm going back to see. Oh, that's why that's having the issue. Just putting it on the wrong layer. Hopefully, there'll be something there that we can move forward with and start resolving this, because it really sucks with stairs being my greatest nemesis at this point. And let me say, carrying stuff up, the deliveries for the repairs for the printer, upstairs here to open them up was not fun. And another outside corner piece. At least I'm getting a little bit faster doing it this way. Right, and okay, not doing it in the air most of the time and getting it assembled this way seems to be working. And I figured I would, do the enough to get them to hold together first, and then that way I can get all those in place while I'm still got the pattern fresh in my mind, and then I can go to the rest of them. But once I get these 4 roof pieces done, then I got to do the plants, and just thinking I would probably go ahead and do a little bit more painting on the skull, which is starting to look a little bit better. I think maybe another 2 coats, and it should be ready for like a seal coat, which I will spray onto it. Oh, hey, Drew's Life is on here. Let me catch up, chat real quick again. Gwen says, Betsy Weingartner, hello. Mary says, hey, Betsy. Betsy says, Gwen, hello. And Equality says, I got to go too. I have a great day, evening, night, everyone. Thank you for stopping by, Equality. It's good to see you on here. It's been a while, and it's nice that you can drop in. You have a good one. Betsy says waves to Melee. And Gwen says, Equality, have a great day. Melee says, how are you, Betsy? And Drew's Life is in. Hey, Drew's Life, coming in from Rumble. And Betsy says, Melee, I'm much better, recovering from a flu that went into a sinus infection. Just about over it all. Thanks for asking. How are you? And Drew's Life says, let's see. Let me go ahead and share that screen real quick so you folks can see what that looks like in the Rumble chat. Let's see. Present. Share screen. And there we go. And share. And let's go ahead and maximize that. So, yep, now you can see what those icons do, or those emojis do. All right, and since we're doing Inception here, let's go ahead and unshare that. Let's see where we go. And stop share. There we go. And Gwen says, Betsy Weingartner, glad you're feeling better. And Mary says, glad to hear you're getting better. I'm doing good, to Betsy. Gwen says, or Betsy says, Gwen, thanks. And Vice Versa says, peace out. Hope everyone enjoys the rest of their weekend. It was good to have you here, Connor. You have a good day. Betsy says, Mary, thanks. And Mary says, hope they're going to find what you have torn. Yeah, I really hope so too. And Mary says, have a nice day. Vice maybe. And Mary says, hey, Rumblehood. Yep. I also am currently simul streaming to Twitter/X, or Twixt, as I sometimes call it as well. Give me a second here, and I will let you know how many people are watching there. We have 2 people watching over on X. And I think I have enough pieces to get that in there. This is the fun part. All right, one more, and we're done with these 2 layers. I only have 2 more of these to do. And then I can start on the higher layers to finish them off. All right, so 2 of these. And 2 of these. Actually, can I give a little bit better lighting? Okay, it's not quite overloading the white balance since it's already white, and I can see better now. So hopefully that'll help. All right, so start off with this for corner. So let me do that for all the remaining corners real quick. That might save some time too. All right. go on assembly line here. These, two of these. Let me go ahead and move this back just a little bit so you can see a little bit more of the table. And one of these. All right, so if I actually just going even more assembly line, let's go ahead and just double up on all these real quick. Okay. And then add the two supporting underside pieces. Right, so we've got 3 of 8 more I need to do. Don't get them messed up. That's 4 of them. Oh, I finally finished listening up to the latest Dungeon Crawler Carl book. So now I have to wait until the rest of them are written like everybody else. On the plus side, it was book 7 I listened to, and the author's apparently said that he's going to do a total of 10 books. So I only have 3 more to wait for. At the rate he's been doing it, that means probably 2027, 2028 is when he'll be finished. And they'll be out in audiobooks. And surprisingly enough, the roommate who we do have some reading interest overlaps got to where she finally asked what Mrs. Torn and I were discussing about the different books that we were listening, the different little cute things in the books we were listening to that we had fun talking about, and wound up getting them as the Kindle version and read them all ahead of us, and has said that even though she is not a very big enjoyer of audiobooks, plans on actually listening to them because of the good quality of the voice actors before reading the next one when it comes out. All right, so put this one here. So I'm only going to do 2 like this because I kind of build them around each other. All right, and so I wonder if it'll be easy to do it this way. All right, so there, there, and there. All right. Let's see what else is interesting and going on. I don't want to get too far into the plot lines, so I'm not going to mention character names or anything like that, but I will say that they did make it to, or the 7th book is discussing what happens on the 9th floor of the dungeon. All right, there we go there. All right, so then we have another corner piece and one here. And this goes. Did not get it far enough under. Mess something up here. Nope, just not getting pieces in place. All right. There we go, back there. I have to pop free some more of these 2 wide edge or lip pieces or whatever, roof pieces. Actually, I need to, okay, here we go. Sorry, getting a little focused in and distracted. All right, so put that one there. Then I can put this under here. That holds that together a bit better. And there. And there. That's not wanting to see quite properly. Let's see if I can't get them pressed in. And this one's going to come in from the underside. All right, so we need another long one and 2 more of these. So I have no idea what my streaming schedule is going to be like for the next couple of days because I need to fix my 3D printer. Then I need to get stuff made, start getting stuff made, which is going to be fun in the hopefully fun sense and not the Spanish Inquisition sense. And I have one too many there. Let's take this one off. It's supposed to line up like that. And then this one goes under there. There we go. And this one goes here. And our last corner piece is there. And at least I will get Kurt's braid mailed off to him by tomorrow at the latest. And I'll send him a message on his Discord letting him know that it's actually shipped and when he can expect it by. All right. And then we have, so these ones fit in here. They got to go across. So one, two. So yeah, this next week, my only doctor's appointment is on Tuesday. And the following week, I have a psychiatrist appointment, a rheumatologist appointment, and an eye doctor appointment, like Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. The eye doctor is just the annual visit. I had LASIK like in 2004, right after I got married to Mrs. Torn. And it was actually her wedding present to me, was fixing my eyes. She still wears contacts and glasses because her vision is a lot worse than mine. And she's worried about the fact that it changes so much that if she had it done, she'd only have like maybe a year before she'd have to start wearing contacts again. But her eyes seem to have stabilized at this point, but she's also at the age where she's not something she really wants to go through. But anyway, since I've had the LASIK, it's been, all right, so we have, let's see. Looks like we have 2 of the regular ones on the side here. Let's just try one to make sure that it works right. So we need 6 of these. So for one side, we have Okay, so we only have 2 of these. Okay, so one of them goes here, and one of them goes here. Let me just go ahead and assembly line these, so don't forget what it is I'm doing. Need to put that in the right way so that it doesn't look weird. And I'm going to stop to check the instructions after getting all 4 of these like this. I will read chat again. Sorry if I've been getting a little distracted on that. And thanks again to Gwen and to Connor for taking care of our spammer invasion. First time I've actually had one of those. I guess you could say I'm finally getting up in the world. All right. Okay. All right. Let me catch up real quick here. Drew's Life says, gotta go. Just came in to say hi. And Drew's Life is bye. And Melee says, hey, Twitter Hood. And Drew's Life says, have a nice rest of your day. And Melee says, I started reading The Mountain. I've started reading The Mountain Is You. It's really interesting. Okay. Drew's Life, I'm going to switch and watch on YouTube. Okay. And Ham Radio Expert. Okay, that's a. Let me go ahead and that's good. Let's see, mute user. Okay, they're not going to be able to post any more of that crap. And Melee says on Connor's morning stream. And Drew's like, wait, are you streaming on YouTube? Because I can't find it. I am streaming on YouTube. It should just be youtube.com/@Torin3. And Chromia says, morning stream yesterday. We were suggesting books to read for his videos, and my suggestions were children's book. Like, do you want to play with my balls? Oh, like the ones that Law and Lumber has read on his has read on his stream. And Gwen says, Vice Vice Baby, have a good one. All right. Alrighty. Actually, let me go ahead and there we go. All right, so that idiot on Rumble has now been banned. And I'm definitely not talking about Drew's Life. All right. And as a ham radio operator, I have to say that guy is a complete idiot. All right. Let me catch up. Or not catch up. Let me grab something to drink real quick. All righty. I am back. And I'm actually going to wind up going into YouTube Studio and clipping that out so that doesn't get seen for the replay crew. All right, so we are about an hour in, so that should be easy to find. All righty. Okay, so we have 2 of those. And we have 4 of the corner and 8 of the narrow edge. So all right, so says the corner ones go all right, something just doesn't look right about that. Oh, I see what's going on here. Yep, that's not the ones that we're going. I would misread the color. All right, so 1 and that's a corner edge. That's a corner edge. All right, so all right, so they just aren't counting that. So we actually do have okay, yep. All right. I was right in my original estimate, but I misread some of the numbers here. So let's go ahead and get the rest of these assembly lined. Okay. We are getting close. Then the fun, kind of like the Spanish Inquisition, was fun part of doing the trees that are not nearly as fun to do on the micro as it is on the regulars. Because they're so small, and it's hard to read their instructions. But there's not that many plant pieces on this one, so I'm hoping it won't be too bad. But I did want to at least make sure to stream once, either this week or start of the new week. Once the old week or new one. The other reason I figured I'd stream now is because it's going to be fairly cold. It's fairly cold out where I am today, and I wasn't sure I was going to be able to do a lot of work in the garage. And our roommate has been helping out with getting me to focus on what it is I can do and break things down into acceptable chunks. Work has actually been going fairly well. I've been getting stuff accomplished. Haven't made any real mistakes for a while, which is good. Had some minor little things, so it's not like I'm going to be glitching myself because I have been doing the occasional minor mistake, but nothing that can't be stopped and fixed before anything actually happens. So one of the reasons why I try and error check so much for myself. All right. Let's just think for a second here. I believe I do have, yes I do. I have one of the edge style pieces in gray, and I'll just do it here and have it was a replacement tile until I can find the correct one. And I'll just mount it to the back. All right. And don't know why I got the on YouTube and Rumble have been having the invasion of the crazy people this morning. All right. I'll also probably open up the packages for the repair parts I've got, show you what it is. I did also decide if I'm going to be doing repairs, I was going to go ahead and upgrade to better print nozzles and larger ones. Like for some of the stuff, printing time is relatively high because, so I got those, and then, okay. All right, red. Purple. All right, so these corner pieces go here. Oh, almost forgot. These ones go in here. 2x2s. Anyway, one of the reasons some of the stuff takes a relatively long time to print is because I'm using 0.4 millimeter nozzle tips, and so I got a 0.6 millimeter one. Gonna see how that goes, and then after that, I might get larger ones if the print quality's been acceptable. I do have to say I am very relieved that in the the year or so break that I took off of printing, that printing supplies and parts have gotten a lot less expensive over time. So it's easier to experiment and do things. All right. Okay. And okay, that's why they were doing it the way they were, because there's just not room to do it as others, but you can get at least 2 of these in. So yeah, the 2 wide there. And then I got 2 1 wide because I only have the room for 1 of each. I'm getting to the point where it's hard to manipulate them because they're so small. I can't even use the wrench because I don't have the peg on the top. All right. There. There. And there. And then we have 2 of these. 1 and 2. All right. Just go ahead and use the last of these. I think I'll have a few extra because I think I pulled out more than actually needed, even though I think I got all of the ones that were in there. I can take those off the table. Okay, looks like I had about 6 of these, 6, 7 of those left. All right, let's do the corner pieces. I'm not doing these last because if I have to pull them out, it's easier to pull them out if they're not quite, if they're not the last ones put in. But I want to have at least a piece that's supposed to go next to it because it's easier to tell if you put it in wrong that way. All right. Sorry if I'm focusing too much to chat. All right. 2 more for the corner pieces. I don't have to deal with corner pieces anymore. All right, there we go. That orientation looks good. Seated. SEATED. Not like planting a garden. There we go. 6 more of these. That one got twisted around. Oops. That is not what I need. Okay. Those are correct. I have only got 2 of these left, but I know there's more of them in the thing, so I might have grabbed the wrong style, in which case I am not short, which means I'm going to have to take that one apart a little bit. Hopefully I don't throw any pieces everywhere and lose some, so I have to go back to it, or even worse. All right, so now I will do these ones here just to use them up, and that way it'll be easier if I find it, so I don't have to spend time sorting if I don't need to. Just got to get these to line up here too. 1, 2, drop it on the table. 3, 4, 5, 6. It looks like I am going to wind up with enough of the right style pieces. I'll have to grab 2 more corner pieces out of the bag, but that's a small price to pay. Maybe not. Oh, yeah. I do have that other one over there. And that is not an actual corner piece. Okay, let's see if I can do this with the Dangery tools. All right. Yep, I think I got it. Just let this one fall out and put the right one in. There we go. At least it'll look good now. All right, let's get all right, so yeah, okay. Just making sure they're all kind of uniform. There. 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 All right. These are the easy ones to get because there's nothing else left in here that looks similar. Nope, that's a regular non-textured one. There we go. All right. The orientation correct. Place. Get the orientation correct. Place. And there. And there. And then we do it one more crosswise. 1. 2. 3. 4. And go. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And this is what they look like. Make sure they line up. So I might have to get a better viewing angle on this. There was my problem. It's not trying to, whoops, crap. Pushed too hard on the edge, and 2 of these fell loose. Let's go ahead and see if I can get them back in place without having to reassemble it. This should be a job for this wrench if I can get it in. Great. Let's go ahead and pull it off then, because let's try this again. One, 2, and 3. All right. And we've got a piece there to line it up. Got to remember to not touch the outer edge pieces when I press it down. Let's see. There we go. All right. And let's try this one here. Great. This is fun. This one popped off. All right, let's try this again. I can do it without. Still lost a piece. Let's shake it out. Make sure the rest of this is in place. And try and put this one back. Actually, what might work better than that is let's try and put it back this way. Question is can I get it in enough to not enough of a gap to get a full piece in under. Using the danger tools that are not recommended by anybody. Don't try this at home. I'm a professional. Some might say a professional idiot for using the tools I'm using for this. I will not disagree with them in regards to the tools. All right, get them visually lined up. Make sure not to press anything on the edges. Get them in. And all right, last one. At least I haven't screwed up the orientation. I'm mounting them 90 degrees off. Okay, lined up there, lined up there. There we go. And that was a pain in the butt. Read the chat real quick, show you what I've got, and then go on to the other stuff. All right. Yeah. It says the materials must have better quality. Gwen says that a black spot I see on the roof left the shadow. Is that a piece missing? I think it's just shadow. Unless you were looking at the spot the piece that I replaced. And Gwendolyn says, warning, Torrent 3 using tools that are not recommended by the product manufacturer. And Betsy says, it was good checking in with all of you. I need to take a nap, still working on getting strength back. We had a busy morning, pick up daughter from the airport. She was coming home from her trip to Alaska. Well, it's nice to have family come home. And Gwen says, sarcasm alert. Yep. And Betsy says, see you all later. You have a good day, Betsy. And Gwen says, Betsy Weingartner, take it easy. Don't overdo it. Feel better soon. And Gwen says, warming, long tool for this job. And Betsy says, thanks. Melee says, take care, Betsy. Melee says, lol to Gwen. And Gwen says, Betsy, hope to see you in the next stream. All right. This is definitely a front-facing building. All right. So let's see. We have crud. It's the crappy trees again. It's the really crappy trees. Big trees in front or big trees in back. Okay. All right. Let's see what I can do with this. Let's at least do the small trees for right now. All right. So we have a bag of biologicals and a bag of brown. All right. Let's see. Any other colors we would have in here? Nope. Looks like it's all brown stuff. Okay. And I'm just going to go ahead and dump it out here. All right. And for the brown ones, I need 6 rounds and 4 3-pin underside slope ups. There's 1 or 4 of those, 4 of the 3 pins. 2, 3, and 4. And oh, that's a tall one. So 1, probably going to need those. Two, 3, Just need one more. Don't tell me they gave me a tall one when they should have given me a short one. Ah, is that? Nope, that's a tall one. Don't tell me I'm going to start stacking these. One way to find the piece you're looking for is to start looking for another piece, and then the other one will get in your way. It also helps that you're removing the pool of ones that are not what you're looking for. These ones look a little more like tree branches, at least, than some of the other ones I've had. We're getting there. Oh, I just realized something. I remember there was a brown piece in with the gold, and yes, it is the piece I was looking for. So I think it is. Yes. All right. So we need six. At least this way, stacking makes it a little easier. We need 6 of these. So fortunately, not that easy to take off. 1, 2. It's not easy either. At least they should stick when they get put on. 3, 4, 5. At least that one didn't go flying on the floor. 6. All right. And for the flowers here that are green, 1, 2, 3, and 4. All right. And 2 of those. 14 of these smaller ones. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. Now I need to find the little spikies for these. 1, 2, 3, and 4. All right, let me see. Melee says, looks awesome. Gwen says, I didn't notice that my warnings were actually warming. Stupid phone. No worries on that. And Gwen says, warning, brown stuff alert. All right. So I need to make 4 of these flower things. So, so we start with these. Very carefully put spiky bits in the top because the spiky bits are very easy to bend from past experience. We've got to carefully seat them so they don't get all mangly. There we go. That one actually seated pretty easily. Let's see. It was difficult. Yep, it seated properly. Okay, there we go. We got 4 of those. Now we need 3 yellow flowers on each of them. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, plus 2 more for another part of it. 13 and 14. 2 pink and 2 red flowers. The pink one should be here. The reds will be with the bright reds. 1 and 2. All right, I'll wait till I'm ready for them before I pull them. All right, so carefully. There we go. 1 of 12. And carefully, 2 of 12. And carefully, 3 of 12. All right. So that. And I am going to see. Can I use this to assist in? There we go. That's seated properly. All right. And carefully. It's not wanting to seat. Don't use too much force. Don't wiggle too far. There we go, seated. And carefully. That one went easy. And carefully. There we go. Halfway through them. All right. Carefully. Don't wiggle too far, too hard. Let's try to spin it a little bit. I think that's about as good as I'm going to get with that one. I'm not sure it's fully seated. I think it is though, but I'm not willing to risk pushing it further. Carefully, carefully. Make sure I'm only applying force in line with the stem, not off at an angle where it'll bend it. This one is not wanting to. And all right, let's see if I can. I got extras of these. I don't think any of the other pages require it. Let's try this again. Carefully, carefully. And carefully. All right, I'm going to set this over here so I don't use it again. I think I have another yellow flower. Carefully, carefully. Okay, I think that's good enough. And that one went on easy. Last one of these ones, as far as I'm aware. One, that one went on just no problem at all. Two, that one popped on relatively easily. Yeah. So it looks like it is going. It's just being a little. There we go. All right, so all right, those look like they should go on last. Let me get the other ones. All right, so we have two of these with yellow. Let's see if this one goes on properly with this. That one went flying. Also on this one, it's holding around the outside of that portion, not the center. There we go. That one's set over there. Okay, pink. And pink. All right. And then, like I said, the last two bright red ones are in with the other reds. One. And two. All right. One and two. All right. The red flowers go on the outside of this block here. Pink ones go in the middle. And yellow ones go on to the inside. And the three ones are spaced off two from that. go ahead and use our special Lego tool. And 2 off from there. Special Lego tool. Get that seated on. And this one goes here. Spin just a little bit. There we go. All right. Here are the front flowers. All right, so we take one of these. All right, so let me just go ahead and get these first. All right, so in the center one here, goes like that. And then on this one goes one off from the edge. And get it seated on there. Does not want to join up. There we go. All right, rotate that a little bit. All right. And okay. So this one goes so put this on here. Get this seated. Very snug fit. Just making sure my perspective is not off. I'm actually lining it up on the hole. Looks like I had a little bit of a bending issue going on there. All right, so okay. Did I get that one wrong? Perspective-wise. All right, yeah, I pulled it off. Okay. All right, so it's like that. We have I hate these. Okay. All right, so it's like that. Okay, yep. All right, so it's, all right, that's like that. All right. Okay, so there's 2 of these, so we'll set that there, and then we'll try this again. All right, so there and there. Actually, I will go ahead and put this one on here first. And like that. And that goes there. All right. So 2 of those. And then we have okay, This one's facing this way. And this one goes this. And this one goes like this. And all right. Let's try this again. The next one, all right, that's correct orientation. That lined up right. And try this again. Go there. And there. All right, so we take this one like this and put one of these here. And get them lined up enough to actually okay. That one's there. And there we go. Very carefully. All right. So we have two of those. And then we have, all right, so stack of two of these. And another stack of two. And they go on the middle portion of these larger ones. And we have each of those gets the next. Don't go flying. This does not want to see. There we go. All right, and the smaller one faces the opposite way. And smaller one faces the opposite way. There we go. And these ones get placed here. go. And all right, so these go on facing this. Whoops. At least it's big enough to easily find. Get it without falling out of my chair. All right. So very carefully line it there. Very carefully line it up there. All right, we are ready for the next page. All right. All right, looks like we need more of this stuff here. 4 2x2s, 4 2x step-ups, and 4 stair step-ups. I'm just going to pop them out. It's easier than trying to sort them out. Let me catch up real quick on chat. All right. Gwen says, do you think there are people out in the world that actually enjoy putting these trees and flowers together? I don't know, but I don't think there's a lot of them. And Mira says, probably enjoy it for like 3 seconds. And Gwen says, well, I can see certain people enjoy the preciseness of it all. Don't push too hard or break the aspect. Yeah, but it's been awfully frustrating for me at times. All right. So we need 2, 3, 3 and 2. Okay, all 4 of those. And all 4 of those. One, 2, 3, and 4. All right, and 8 of these. Okay, so we're doing 2 of them. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Five, 6, 7, and 8. Okay, so we start off with one of these, and we have a regular 2x2. Let's see. And then we have a step up. And one of these 2x angle ups. And then we have a step up here. regular 2 by here. And one of the angle ups. And we have 3 of these. Oops, if I try and put it on right side up. All right. So I'm going to just do with one of them until I get all of these side pieces or other small pieces done. Then I'll stack the other remaining 2 on top of them. This one's not wanting to see. There we go. And angle up. And here. There. And there. There we go. And I'll just stack 2 by 2 here. 2 of these each. And they go on top of each of the ones I'm doing. When you're stacking the 2 by 2 round ones, tend to have to apply a little bit of force to get them to all seat properly. No gaps. All right, so that was 38. So we got 2 of these. Then joy. All right, so we need 2 of the long, 2 of the step ups, and 2 of the angle ups. All right, and 2 of the large, and 12 of the small. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. All right, so okay, we've got a long one. There. All right, so we've got center here. And this one goes here. And this one goes here. Okay. And they both face forward. And they go on here. All right, that one actually seated easily. Let's see if I can't do it again. All right, correct side up. This one there. And this one there. All right, and a long one. Let's try this again. There we go. All right, and okay, so these ones go here. Okay. And all right. So we have here and here. Get the orientation right. I did not get the orientation. Oh, I got the orientation right. I didn't get the position right. There we go. That's the way one is. And all right, so whoops. So both of them like that. And step up. Okay. Get that on incorrectly. Let's see. All right, so there and there. They are rotating. Okay, all right, okay. All right, so okay, I had my perspective off. Let's try this again. All right, so we have this one like this, and this one goes on top like that. And this one goes here. There we go. Okay, so correct orientation for that is off like that a little bit. All right, so okay, and there we go. And like that. All right, and there. This mouse pad mat is outgassing a little bit. Okay. Then we have this one here. And this one here. So like that. And then that goes on top of here. And the whole thing goes like that. Okay. So we have, again, bottom one facing like this, top one facing nearly away. And that goes on top of here, that, and all right. So we got those two there. So it's 39. So 40 is 2 step ups and 2 long threes. All right. So long three, a step up, and a step up. And 2 large, and 2 small. All right, so we have a long one and step up. And this faces away. And same thing here. And small one goes like that. These ones go here. This one might need a press down. That one popped off. All right. So if that pops off, let's go ahead and just place it on like this. Make sure they're secure. This is why I hate these. All right, so okay. That one goes there, and this one goes here. I'm going to take that off, put that on carefully like that, and then put this back on here. All right. On to 41. We need a short step up, 2 of them, and a 3 step up, 2 of them. And 2 of the large ones, 1 and 2, and 4 of the small ones. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so long step up to short step up. These are right orientation. All right. And okay, we have the large one here, and we have a small one going on the underside here, and a small one going on the top here. That doesn't look too bad. Okay. Underside here. And top there. And okay. So that one goes on this one here. Let's get this in place first, since it seems to be more of a problem trying to place them afterwards, after the rest of it's on. And then the centerpiece of the the large one goes on the outermost here. Okay. And okay. Then just check and make sure I'm reading this right. Okay. So the next piece goes on top of the one I just did. All right, that explains why that looks confusing. So we will set these aside here. And we need 2 of the roundy rounds. And 2 of the 2x2 squares with a single peg. And 2 long 1 by single squares, and 4 step ups. Oops, that's not a step up. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 4 of the regular 2 by 2s and 4 2 by step ups. So 2 of the 2 by step ups, 3, 4, and a regular 1 by 2, 1, 2, 3, and 4. All right, let's see how this one gets put together. Okay, so we have a roundy round, and we have a regular 1 by 2, and the 2 by slope up or angle up going here, and the step up going here. Then we have a regular 2 by 2 here, and step up here, and the angle up, 2 by angle up here. At least I didn't throw it on the ground. Okay. Then we have peg there and 1 here. Okay, so again, we have round up, roundy round, and step up, and actually let's start with the regular 2 by 2. So that gives us an orientation to go against. And falling off. Not good, don't do that. Get this lined up enough to, there we go. Now it's seated properly. And it goes there. That's not fun. All right, and then for the next one, this goes here. And did I knock that other piece off? No. No, I had another angle up. No. Oh, there it is. Hiding looking like part of a diagram. And I'm throwing it. All right, that one there. And step up here. 2 by 2. And tall 1 by squares. All right, that's 42. 43 takes 2, 3 by angle ups. 2 of the large and 4 of the small. 1, 2, 3, or 2, 3, and 4. All right, so we have a large one And one going this way. Whoops, wrong end of the part. Can I get it separated? There we go. All right, now we go. And same thing on the other side. All right, let's do it with this one here. Get the correct orientations. And right, these are a little harder to do. So let's go ahead and get them mounted there. And there. And they go. Okay, so they go on this one. All right. So that orientation and I am very far behind. I apologize. Give me a second here and I'll catch up with chat. All right. Okay. Whoa, I am way far behind. And Gwen says, those instructions look like how to build a bone site. Yep, indeed. And Moraz said, I heard people were talking about me in the chat. All right. I'm guessing we're going to be timing out some people. Moraz, go take a shoulder. All right. And Mary says they're back again, Gwen. All right, I'm just not going to. Penta says stop being a nuisance. I think it's about just under 3,000. Kathleen says, hi, Torrin. And, whoops. Yep. All right. Let's see. Did Gwen take care of them? Let's just cut past here. Kathleen, are we being attacked by idiots? No, I'm assuming it's some sort. Oh, let me catch up here. So Kathleen says, hi, Torrin. And Kathleen says, hi, Gwen. Penta, yeah, 2680 plus pieces. Kathleen, are we being attacked by idiots? It's some sort of weird internet thing. I see Gwen took care of it lower. Mary says, Kathleen, hey. And Mary says, yep. And Penta says, thanks, that's a lot. And let's see, Gwen is back. And Gwen says, I got them. Sorry, I was out of the room. No worries. Feel free to make it a permanent ban this time. They're obviously trolls. And Kathleen says, good to see you, Gwen. And Gwen says hello to Kathleen. Gwen says, I got them for 24 hours this time. Yeah, if they show back up again, just give them a permanent. Melee says, how are you, Kathleen? And Kathleen, so Torrin is now working on the greenery, it seems. Yep, it's a pain in the butt. And Gwen says, yep, almost done with this one. And well, the cool kid says, I am on page 26 and I am on move, looks like 43. I just finished 43. Then I'm going to go on to 44. That says his favorite part, Kathleen. And Kathleen doing fair. Got my kids to take me out for a while yesterday. Finally managed to buy a recliner. Woohoo! And Melee says, nice, Kathleen. And Penta says, what's the knife for? I occasionally use it to pry pieces apart. It is not a recommended tool, and people should not use them for this, but I am being a engaging in risky behavior. All right, and I'm going to leave this up so I know where the chat left off. All right, so we have 2 3-step angle ups, 1 and 2 step ups. I think this is just about the last of these ones, so we're getting close to being done with the greenery. And looks like we put them together like this. And then we have 2 large and 2 small. All right, so 2 small, 2 large. And we have oriented like this. And this one goes here. And this one goes here. And I'm just going to go ahead and put them on and then put the leaves on. All right, so we have opposite side. Lowest one. And then there we go. Bring that up a little better. And this one goes here. And goes there. All right, so next one we have 2 angle ups, 2-step angle up. All right, so step up and angle up, angle up. And we need at least one more step up. There we go. All right, so step up first, then angle. And there we go. And 2 large, 4 small. 1, 2, 3, 4. A large and a large. All right, so large one goes on top. Small ones. Oriented like that. Like that. And okay. So I think I'm gonna get a little bit out further. Let's take the large ones off the top since the small ones require a little bit of force. All right, and go. These ones go on to okay. This one here. And there. And I think I'll skip paying the skull because I'm getting tired and I'm going to need to head to the Harbor Freight not too awfully long. All right. And alrighty, we have two angle ups and two 3-angle ups. There's a 3 and a 3 and 2 and 2. All right, so I'm not seeing it. I think I have one more over here. Hopefully I'll have an extra one or two. I'm definitely getting tired and focus drained. All right. Or did I do that wrong? Yes, I did that. Nope, I did that one right. Okay. And there we go. Alrighty. And 2 large, 6 small. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 1 and 2. All right, so large one here, and like that. Wrong spot on the first one. That's where that's supposed to go. That goes there now. And we have one here and there. And almost done with this page. I think there's only one set of pages left after this. All right. So these ones go here and back one here. See if I can even get this in place. Okay, that one got moved around a little bit, so all right, I think that's it. And I just realized I have this one on the wrong way. Let's see if I can't get that one fixed without messing anything else up. There we go. All right, and this one I think I can put on here first, and then onto there. All righty. Let's see what's on the next page. Okay, so these are the first. And okay, so I believe that's the, it's going to mess this one up too. Actually, I'm just going to leave that like that. And this one here with the, ends up to here. There we go. And okay, all right, so let's start orientation and getting there. All right, so I have those there. And that was move 47, joining 46 and 41. So 48, we have 2 regular angle ups, 2 long angle ups, which I think I need to start pulling off of here now. And for the angle ups. Okay, so and 2 large and 8 small. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 small, and 2 large. All right, so 2 small, we have 1 there, and 1 here. There we go. And each of these goes on the end of a long angle up. All right, and then we have a large one with small one under. I'm definitely getting tired. I keep throwing things on the floor. All right, so large one and small one on the underside. And hello, dear.
Hi.
Chat is live. All right. I'm going to go ahead and mute for a second here, folks. Hope you don't mind.
Okay.
All right, we are unmuted, and Mrs. Torrance says thank you to everybody who said hello.
Hi.
All right, let me catch up with chat because it looks like we got a lot again. All right. What's the knife for? All right, answered that. And Gwen says the knife is not approved by the product manufacturers. Bailey says Torn is professional. And smiley face there from Bailey. And Penta. And Kathleen says, went to BJ's. It was almost empty, but I sat down the last remaining recliner and it fit perfectly after having one for over a year. That's good to hear, Kathleen. And Gwen says, if the spammers show up in the next stream, I'll do a forever ban. Okay, I'm good with that. And GY says, your light is broken. Or is your light broken? Nope, I'm just doing an angle so we get better contrast here. Kathleen says, even fit in the back, it even fit in the back of the minivan, so no deliberate issues. And Gwen says, Kathleen, that's awesome. A good comfy chair is a must for crafters. And GY says, the gentle undulations engraved in your table are quite intriguing. It's a Rockstar energy drink mouse pad that I got for using or for entering redemption codes from the top of the Diet Mountain Dew caps. I also got a 27-inch monitor that way too. Kathleen says, need it for the swelling that I get in my legs too. Doc wants me to elevate my legs, even sleep in it if needs be. And Gwen says, please hit the like button, folks. And Kathleen says, yes, of course. And Penta says, yes, sir. Thank you very much, Penta. And GY says, yes, ma'am. And Gwen says, thanks, everyone. And Kathleen says, got Joanne's too. The amount of yarn that I bought displeased my children. And Penta says, lol. And Kathleen says, but the great deals you got right. And GY says, is this the something V-Bucks giveaway? Nope. And not related. And Gwen says, GY, I don't know what that is. And Penta says, I think GY is one of the spammers. GY says, quite the bold accusations. Apologies. Just heard you guys are giving away V-Bucks here. Nope, not us. Nope, that is not true. And Kathleen says, only about 25% off most of it, but I picked up some of their big twist yarn. I want to try for Amagorama. And Gwen says, not really. We've been dealing with spammers all day. GY says, Gwen, hate it when that happens. Gwen says, no giveaways. Penta, me too. And Melee says, no V-Bucks here. Melee just hanging out. Kathleen just watching our friend Torin build wonderful things, chatting with our friends. And Gwen says, Kathleen, I'm not into using the thicker yarns. You'll have to let us know how it works for you. And, or works out for you. And, oops, sorry. Melee says, what's Amagorama to Kathleen? Kathleen says, Gwen, largest hook I have is a size J. That seems to fit right. And Kathleen says, Melee, it's making animal figure with crochet. And Melee says, I'm really interested in this type of content. Do you have any other streams I could follow? Sorry, Caps, no worries on that. And Gwen says, I bought an N-size once, but I still haven't used it. And Kathleen says, I have a couple larger ones, but no idea where they are. And Penta says, I hate when things fall on the floor and just disappear like that. Yes, it is annoying. I have a wood floor, so some of them blend in really easy and they're really small. And Gwen says, I think that's how we end up with so many hooks. Gwen says, hello, Mrs. Torin. And Kathleen again says, Melee says, Kathleen, didn't know that's how it's called. Thanks. GY says, I hate when the radioactive and deformed mice on the floor eat all the pieces. And Penta says, hello, Mrs. Torin. And Kathleen says, GY, Torin and I also share a hobby of kumihimo. That's how I met him online a few years ago in a book group. That's the majority of what I have on the channel. I'm just kind of in a little bit of a pause right now. GY says, Kathleen, do you have any other friends that stream things like these? And Mary says, Gunnar, there's a stream where they do Lego and interview at the same time, if that's something you're into. Gunnar says, which creator? It's a combination stream between Valhalla Awaits and MLS Law. Kathleen says, Storm has a lot of interests they shares with here and there. And r/oddly satisfying. Hello, everyone. Hello, r/oddly satisfying. And Melee says, Lego Law, Life and Libations. Yep, that's the stream. And Kathleen says, I have some on Facebook. I haven't spoken to anyone here about it in a long time. And r/oddly satisfying says, what are you making? It's a non-Lego branded micro block version of the Epang Palace. I'm almost done with that. Melee says, hey, at r/oddly satisfying. And oddly satisfying says, what's up? And how are you doing? Melee says, good, and you? Oddly satisfying, I'm good. Been a long day, though. I like how he was one of the streamers who actually reads the chat. And Melee says, Torin is awesome. And oddly satisfying says, agreed. Thank you very much. Melee says, does it hurt more to step on these than Lego? They're smaller, but they're all still hard and sharp points. So I'd say it's more sharp injury than blunt, but I haven't really stepped on a lot of them to be able to tell. And they're also small enough sometimes if you don't get the sharp edge, you just fill them. It doesn't really hurt. Oddly satisfying says, that's a really good question. And oddly satisfying says, but I say Lego. I probably agree with you on that. Melee says, I don't want to try to know it. Kathleen says, nice to meet you, Oddly. And Oddly satisfying says, same to you. Yep. I try and stream a couple of times a week. I've been having a little bit of a rough times and some health issues, making it hard getting around. But I'm also gearing up to hopefully have like a merch store pretty soon. So next one, I need 10 small ones. Or did I already get these? 2, 4, 2, 4, 6, 8, 2 more. All right. And 4 of the long step up, angle ups, 2, 3, 4, and 2 of the short ones, 1 and 2. All right, so long one here, we have 3. All right, so we have the base one here, and so that's there, and there. Okay, so that's, there we go. Kind of angle and straight there. All right, so orientation there. Orientation here. Correct orientation here. All right, and those go on the center one. I think what we're doing here is going to wind up being the top of the tree. All right. So then we go there. And the other side we have, okay. So we are getting really close to getting this one done. It's a little stronger, longer stream than I planned, but this vegetation stuff does not go together very well. All right. And things together here. And there. All right. And there. Oh, oddly satisfying. Let me go ahead and show you what the most recent braid I did was. This is a type of braid done on a stand called a takadai. It's part of the art form called kumihimo. This is a custom pickup braid. You can do this with other braiding and weaving techniques. This is done with silk that I imported from Japan. All right, let me catch up with chat. And Penna says, hey, oddly satisfying. And Oddly Satisfying says, hello. Mary says, just remember when Jeff cut his fingers doing Lego? I miss Jeff. So do I. Penta, frowny face. Gwen says, remember, hit the like button, double check your subscriptions, and ring that bell for all the notifications. And Gwen says, I think this is going to be a big tree if you join all those branches together. Yes, they are going to be big. And Penta says, of course, my king. And Penta says, yes. All right, so that's... All right. Penta says, that's so cool. And Gwen says, don't start that. Penta says, please don't start that. And all right, so we're just going to ignore those. All right, okay. All right, so we have line these up here. And there. And so these go on there. Oops. That one popped off. And Oh, that one went on the wrong spot. That's why it wasn't fitting together. Now I can get them to join up. All right, and so it looks like we have the last ones going on here. We have 2 large and 8 small, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And 6 of these square 1-bys in green. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And 2 of long angle ups. All right. So, all right. So we start off with these square green ones get stacked in 2 stacks of 2. All right. And okay, so 2 of these we will. Okay. Like that. And correct orientation. Okay. And then these go here. All right. And for the others, we have the large one here. This goes in the center. And do the same on this one real quick. I think the way they're showing me how to do these, it's a little less annoying than some of the other ones. All right. And this one goes here. And this one goes here. All right. And this one goes on the fronts. And the other ones here go on the back. So it looks like that's the orientation for that. And Okay. And these ones. Okay, so that's here. And that's here. So it looks like this goes on. Guess that's the way that goes. Whoops. This one popped off here. Get that one back on. And these ones. Looks like the correct orientation for that. And right. Gonna take a look at the front real quick. See how these are. Yep, looks like they are lining up on the center thing. All right, so this is another reason I hate these. Yeah, I'm done for the day. I will go through and I will put drops of super glue to hold those, and I will do that off camera. I'll go ahead and show you a finished picture when I'm done, but I think I'm done with that. Let me go ahead and see who's available for redirect. All right. And then I'll catch up with the chat before I leave. Customization, add a redirect. All right, let's see. We've got Broken Baker is live. I don't see anybody else live other than Broken Baker, so I'll go ahead and redirect to him. All right. Let me catch up with chat then. All right. Let's see, where was I? Okay. All right, let's see. I'm going to skip the V-Bucks chats. All right, Mary says it is not, and Gwen says that will have me timing you out of chat. Kathleen says no youngsters here, no V-Bucks. Yeah. All right, Melee says, well, I'm still young, but I don't know what he's talking about. And all right. Melee says, thanks, Gwen. And Gwen says it was a minute warning. And Penta says, so V-Bucks are some video games, in-game accessories. And UI says, sorry about that, grandson took my computer. I'm going to kind of skip some of this. Gwen says, yeah, we don't have any of those here. Penta says that instruction book looks complicated. Yeah, it's not great for the vegetation. And Gwen says, can you imagine if they use words instead of pictures to tell you how to put the pieces together? Oh, yeah, that would be horrible. Let's see. Kathleen says, Gwen, that sounds horrible. Gwen says the word count alone would be intimidating. Penta, very horrible indeed, would be a few thousand pages. Kathleen says, gee, my youngest grandson turned 13 this week. Melee says, I'm just trying to imagine Megan trying to build this, and it would be hilarious. Yep. All right. Penta says, teenager mage from kids is the worst. Melee Chromia, Gwen says, Melee with words and pictures. Penta, no. Penta, please continue. I'll finish it off. It's just, I'm going to be spending some time gluing the pieces together because they fall off too easily. And I am at my frustration level at the moment. 2 more minutes, please. I'm going to be at least 2 more minutes reading the chats here. Kathleen says, Penta, my 3 boys were all in their teens once. How I let them live, I have no idea. Melee says both would be a nightmare for her. Penta, wow. Penta, please do 2 more minutes. Melee says, thanks for the stream. Gwen says, thank you for streaming today. No worries on that. It's been over 3 hours, so I think it's pretty good. And Gwen says, bye, dear ones. And it says, take care. And see you later, Kathleen. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and end for the day. And as always, everybody, stay safe and happy braiding.